Is there anything you want to ask or find out about? Or
So Matt, obviously from a mental health point of view,
yeah,
and this is where these kind of podcasts, videos, whatever you want to call them these days, are heading to. What do you want to achieve out of it? What do you see as our message to get across to everybody?
I see in the context of the rugby club, I see that physical and mental health go hand in hand. You know, if you've got good physical health, it contributes to your mental health, having good mental health. And if you've got good mental health, it empowers you to, want to stay motivated, empowers you to make the right decisions, empowers you to have the correct conversations with people and learn from your mistakes. So I think sport at lower levels has always been about condition and physical condition and physical fitness and camaraderie and those sorts of things. I think that's all great, but there needs to be, if we are influencing other people as leaders with our small group, Dan as first team head coach, Danny as first team captain, me as second team manager, whatever you want to call me. We've got a position of influence and I suppose eventually gained respect, so that we need to be able to balance that physical and mental health within our teams so that the people we know and the people we play with are fit and healthy in all ways, and then bring that through the club so that Dan, as you were saying, as the new normal settles in, we are there to be able to provide assistance for people at all ages, all through the group, all through the club, so that we can monitor and have an effect and take care of our players physically and mentally. Is kind of where I want to go. And I don't know if there's enough of that in lower level rugby. I don't know if there's enough of that in the coaching world. There's enough how to do drills, but there's not enough how to go away, think about it for a week, come in and necessarily ready and prepared for that game. You can teach somebody all the drills, but if their brain's not in it that Saturday morning when they're asked to come and play, for whatever reason, it's not going to settle in. So if we can balance those, that's kind of where I see it. That's where I see this going.
Okay.
Helping people. And by doing this, opening up that conversation, having the ability for people to share if they want to, knowing that there are people to talk to if people want to. As I said earlier on, it's having that choice for people, whether they want to talk or whether they don't want to talk, but knowing someone's there that they can. You don't do physical first aid in the hope that you get to use it. You do. People hope it's there in case they need it. It's not a case of having it there and we don't shove it down their throat and say, I'm your physical first aider. Let me stick a plaster on you for no reason, but they're there and they're there to look after you. And if we can have that atmosphere in our club and that point of difference, I guess, in our club, then I think we stand a good chance of becoming a true, full community club.
So that kind of open and receptive environment that allows people to be who they are.
Yeah. It's about, I think times have changed. I think rugby is no longer that sort of men's club, drink hard, talk about fighting and stuff like that. The old, very old-fashioned view of rugby. I don't think that's relevant anymore. I think people need to be who they want to be, and I play rugby for different reasons, and I enjoy the peace and quiet of rugby. That 1 hour, 80 minutes, if I last that long, more like 20, of just having to only deal with what's in front of me.
But this is, I guess that brings me on to, that's an important point for me as a coach. I want to understand why people turn up.
Yeah.
Right. And I've seen coaches out there, it's all about, let's go and win matches, let's go and win matches, let's go and win matches. And I backtrack from that and I think, well, okay, let's understand why the players turn up in the first place. And some of them turn up simply to get away from their day-to-day shit that they deal with, if I can use that kind of word, because it's the only word I can think of.
You just have, so.
It's a bit
Well,
late now.
no, exactly. But I just, there isn't another
Sorry,
word
we're not the BBC. I'll put a parental warning on
bleep it out if you want, but there's just not another word that kind of describes that part of our life.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I want to come out and coach rugby just because it gets me out of my house and it stops me having to deal with the 4 kids and my wife, who I all love dearly. But sometimes they just drive me nuts and I need to get out. You know, sometimes we've had a really bad day at the office, or sometimes something's gone wrong, and actually I want to come and tackle someone. I want to come and physically put someone on the floor. And you see that in our training sessions. You know, you see guys turn up that can deliver at that spur of the moment, that aggression that needs to come out in a contact sport. But actually, it helps us to understand where it comes from.
Yeah. Yeah, as I was saying, I play for the peace and quiet in my mind, because for an hour a week, my mind isn't racing. It's only dealing with the guy who stood opposite me, who whether I need to stop him. Every time I've played with aggression, I've ended up far more injured than the person I was putting on the floor. Because if I've ever played angry, then I go out and I end up doing stupid things. And I think, I've broken several bones and put my nose in my face and all sorts of things when I've played aggressively, and I've gone out with that sort of, I need to fight someone. So I go out and I calm, and all the start, if people are in the change room, they're all going, get aggressive, go get, not me.
But you read the changing room when that happens. Okay, just sit on the outside and watch what happens, and you might get kind of certain people kind of going, oh, come on, let's get angry, and you get other people kind of sit back going, I'm just going to listen to my music and chill out.
I think that's the key, isn't it? It's understanding the individual preferences of the person, and it's not making it a universal decision for everybody, led by one person. Led by the captain in your case, Danny, led by the coach in your case, Dan. It's about, as you say, reading the room and reading the individuals and knowing why people are doing it, and allowing them to build into their mood the way they want to.
So, Danny, what would be your theme tune in the changing room, by the way? What would your music be?
My go-to song?
Pre-match, 10 minutes to go.
Pre-match, something that gets people fired. That I think that's my style. It's getting people up for it. I've probably got a different taste to some people in the dressing room. I quite like my heavy metal.
So he's stalling now. Doesn't want to pull it out.
Doesn't admit to it, does he?
if that was post game, I could reel you off the whole 15-song playlist. If I had to pick one song before we went out to get people going, it would have to be. I don't even know. Go
on then, Dan. What would yours be?
Now I asked the question, mate. I asked the question. See, this is the thing, though, isn't it? Pre-match, we haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
Post-match, we could nail a playlist.
Oh, completely.
To have that, we've seen the White Horse dance, we've seen the changing rooms dance.
The coach on the way home.
But the coach on the way home is a nightclub, right? Whether we've won or lost. But how do we create that atmosphere pre-game?
I think
for me, that's about understanding all of the 21 different individual components we have in that changing room, as in a squad of 21 players. They're all different. Some will like the metal music, some will like the rave, some will like the dance, some will like this, some will like that. When you come off the pitch at the end and you get on that coach, we all have one taste in music, and we will sing whatever it gets sung.
When you see the professionals, though, they come off that coach, and that coach is quiet. They've all got their own headphones on. They're all doing their own thing. They're all in their own
mental space.
Yeah. Afterwards, like you say, they're all going nuts, win, lose, whatever it is. They're all having the same sing-song, but they're allowed their own mental health space. They're allowed their own preparations. And then they go into the team exercises, the team build-ups, the team warm-ups. So that's something that I think needs to be allowed to happen. And everybody does sport for their own thing. Everybody has their own mood that morning. Where on a Saturday morning, you all wake up in different moods. Some days you're feeling great, some days you're feeling appalling. Some days you might want that G up, some days you might just want to calm down a little bit so that you can, and I think it's very important to allow the players that individual space, which is not necessarily easy when changing rooms are the size of shoeboxes at community rugby level. We don't all have a space with a coat hanger and a name and our own private little.
No, you get a coat hanger. We haven't got your name up yet, but you do have your own coat hanger. It is on someone else's lap, but you do have a coat hanger.
But, it's. I think it's a good question that needs to be answered, and I think it's something we can probably look to explore. We can either carry on now and go down that route, and or we can look to explore in another video of how